Greetings, greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, it is your girl, yo big homie, TT, and welcome to TT Talk, y'all. Listen, first, I want to thank the APAP team for allowing me to share the good news. Yes, there is good news, and to use this platform to share the good word of God. Okay, y'all? So listen, I want to say this before we continue. Everything that I say, just know that it is coming from a place of love. Okay? It's all love right here. It's all love. And the only way this is going to work is I'm going to try my best to be honest with you, and you need to be honest with you too. That's the only way this is going to work. So sit down, take a seat, take a load off your feet. Let me check your temperature today. How you doing? I know. You probably in a little traffic. Got a call from the daycare. Baby Johnny done bit Susie again. You understand? I get it. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Don't that feel nice, y'all? Listen, I am simply a witness, okay? I'm not religious, okay? I'm not religious at all. I am simply an ambassador for Christ and his kingdom. I am not perfect. Don't let nobody sit up here and lie to you and tell you they're perfect. None of us are perfect. I am not perfect. But you know what I do, you guys? I work on myself every day. I work on myself every day. And I try to gain some knowledge about this kingdom and who I am and who I'm connected to. So every day I get to know myself better. And he is taking my little, y'all, and he's turning it into a lot. See, I'm in too deep. I know too much. Like I said before, God cannot be explained. Y'all, he can only be revealed. And I know too much. Listen, he is just as real as the sky is ashy blue. You understand? One thing that we have to work on is we have to learn how to retrain our minds. And you have to know that everything that comes from you is not good. Everything that comes from you is not good, sweetheart. And you got to learn how to combat those thoughts. That's where it lies. I have to learn how to conquer myself every single day. Because listen, this is the secret. Listen, I wish they could zoom in on me. Check this out. You are not a physical creature having an spiritual experience. You are a spiritual creature having a physical experience. That's why you in this suit. I felt like somebody didn't get that. I'm going to say it for my friend in the back. Okay, listen, let me say that one more time. You are not a physical creature having an spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having an physical experience. You are chosen. Listen, do you know out of about 400 million sperms, you was the one that fought your way through and you've been fighting ever since. You are special. Yes, you. And you are here for a reason. You know, the only way that you may get this all depends on your hunger. This all depends on where you are at in life. Your interest determines what is being taught. So it all depends on the listener. See, we are all in the pursuit of God but for things, but we all have our own interests on why we seek him, right? Now, I don't know who's listening to this. I don't know. But I come in contact with a lot of people, y'all. And one thing I do know is that we are all battling in our own war. And there's so much stuff going on, y'all. There's so much that is too close for me not to talk about it. So listen. At this moment, brother, my brother, stop. Just stop. My sister, I'm going to need you to pause for the cause. I'm going to need you to stop. Now listen, we gon' Tina Turner this thing real quick. Let me warn you, because I told you this is coming from a place of love now. This is all coming from a place of love. In the beginning of this, listen, I'm going to do it real nice and easy. But in the middle of this thing, it might get a little rough. But just know that it's all for the good, okay? It's all for the good because TT got love. TT love her peoples. My men, my brothers, do you know who you are? Do you know your value? You are the fruit of this earth. It's you. And do you know why the enemy wants you so bad? Do you know why he wants you so bad? Because if he can get you, my brother, then he can get your loins. And if he can get your loins, then he can destroy generations. And if he can destroy generations, then he can corrupt society. So, sweetheart, what you do in your private life, it does affect society. So you can't be out here planting your seeds everywhere. You can't do that. You cannot do that. And what happens now, let me tell you what's going on now. The mothers are burnt out. They're tired. They're depressed. They suffer from all kind of mental illness, y'all. And guess what? They giving up on these babies. And if they give up on these babies and daddy, there's no headship, there's no structures, there's no guidance, then what type of society we have? I'm going to need you to think about how important you are because, listen, you can't do what you want to do. Listen, there are laws in place, y'all. You have the laws of man-made laws of the land. You have spiritual laws and you have nature laws, okay? Just like this. You got a car, right? You done worked 3 jobs to pay off that car. That car is in your name. You even got the tag plates in your name. Okay, that's your car. You pay the insurance on it every month. If you get in your car that you paid for and get on this road and drive how you want to drive, do you think that you can do that? You think you could jump on this highway and just speed off? No, there's laws in place for a reason, sweetheart. You can't do what you want to do. Because if you go out there and you disobey the land of the law, man-made law, you going to get a ticket or you going to go to jail or somebody may get hurt or you may hurt yourself. That's why they in place. You can't do what you want to do with your body. And that's just the truth. And you think it's no accountability. Listen, we all make mistakes. That's why Jesus died on the cross. Now, we all make mistakes. It's when you are comfortable in your sin. It's when the sin becomes you. That's the problem. See, that's the problem. You see, listen, there's consequences for your actions. Listen, I'm in the thick of parenting, right? I have all boys, okay? 21, 16, and 9. It's fun, okay? I'm in the thick of parenting. So my 16-year-old, he's dating, right? And so one day, his little girlfriend, she came up to the house. She's an awesome girl. She's an awesome girl. And so I was taking him to one of the parties we was at, went to my cousin's house. And I gave them one rule. Real simple. I said, listen, you guys are not to leave this house. You leave when I leave, because I know the teenagers, they're getting older now. They jumping in the car and they driving off and they doing their thing. So I see what's going on. So I'm telling them, I said, no, you don't leave this house. You leave when I leave. So I'm in there in the party and I'm talking, I'm having a good time, and I notice I didn't see them, right? So I'm looking around for them, and I go outside and I ask the little kids, I said, did you see Osiah? And you know what they told me? They said that Osiah went to the mall. Now I know they didn't go to the mall when I just told them. I just told them as soon as we pulled up. I just told them, I said, don't go anywhere, right? So I calls him, and he don't pick up the phone. So I text him, and I said, Osiah, I need you to hit me up ASAP. He give me a call. And he's laughing. Oh, Mom, I wasn't even thinking, man. I wasn't even thinking, man. We just ran up here to the mall. So I put on my mommy voice and I said, you come back. Y'all come back here right now. So in my head, as I sit and wait now, I feel real disrespected, because I just told y'all not to leave. So my first action was going through my head, and I'm like, okay, should I just give him one as soon as he walk in the door? And I'm like, that might cause something, because I'm not going to back down, and I don't know if he ain't going to back down, and that'll just be a mess, and I don't want to have to do that boy like that. So I said, God, I need you to help me with this. So as soon as they got in the door, y'all, I said, make a plate and go stand by the car, because we getting ready to leave. Now, we was just there for like an hour. So I get in the car, and I told them, and I said, one thing that we're doing is we trying to build a relationship. And how we building this relationship, the one thing we're going to have is respect. And I said, what you did was disrespectful. And he was trying to explain, but it ain't no excuse, because I said what I said. And so I told him, I said, for your actions, now your little boo thing, and I told her to her face, I said, you can't come over for a month. See, listen, wouldn't we agree that consequences are more important than the decisions? So I'm going to need you, instead of studying the decision, you may want to study the consequences. It has to make sense. Listen, the one thing you want to do is enjoy your memories. Because there's two types of pains in life, y'all. There's two. There is the pain of regret and the pain of discipline. And one thing I hear a lot is, oh, I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have done this. I wish. You don't want to live with that regret. And it's hard being disciplined. It's hard, because sometimes the no be so close in your hand, it has to be a yes. It has to be a yes. And we fall for it. Shoot, you have to be disciplined to be married these days. You have to be disciplined raising these kids, disciplined existing to pay your bills. You have to be disciplined, and it's pain. It's pain in that, especially because this world, everything comes so free and so easily, and do what you feel. That's culture. Listen, I'm gonna give you this. I don't know who this for, but I'm gonna give you this. The best advice my dad ever gave me. I was 18 and I was getting ready to move here, right? And he said to me, Tish, let me tell you something. He said, don't you play with that devil. He said, because he been turning tricks way before you and he's going to be doing it after you. So he said, let me give you an example. You meet a guy, you attracted to him. He said, don't you ever go to his house if you don't plan on laying down with him. What you mean, Daddy? He said, because sometimes you get yourself in a position where it's going to be hard for you to say no. So don't go to the enemy's den. And I took that with me, y'all. So you could take that and put that wherever you want in your life. Listen, whatever that adversity is in your life, that thing, that burden, if you can identify your problem, then that's where he's going to fix it. If it's your finances, then that's where he wants to bless you. If you have issues with your kids and you have destroyed relationships, he wants to mend your relationships. So whatever that is that you're dealing with, that burden, that thing, that adversity, he wants to fix it. And I know it seems impossible, y'all. So I always reflect back to this story. Y'all follow me. A little Bible study 101. Okay. So I know some of you may not know because some of you really, really don't know. Okay, so there's Moses in the Bible, right? And he went to Pharaoh and he told him let his people go, right? Because they was in slavery, okay? And so he is on this journey. He got the people and they on this journey. And they come to a point, y'all, where they was by the Red Sea. Okay, so they made it up to the Red Sea. And you got all these people, okay? All the people that you done set free. Okay, now they complaining. It's impossible. And guess what, y'all? Pharaoh's army is behind them. Could you imagine how Moses felt? Okay. Could you imagine the pressure and the heat everybody was giving him? It seemed impossible. But let me tell you, the story gets good, y'all. He opened up that Red Sea. He did the impossible. That's just like in your life. It seems impossible. Y'all, I'm up against some stuff. Whew, I'm at the Red Sea. But this I do know. God gonna show up and he gonna show out. That's the only way. That's the only way it's gonna get done. So sometimes it gotta get a little messy. It has to. So you have to learn. And I'm working on this too. You have to learn to master your presence. You have to be able to live beyond your reality. And I know it's tough because it's real. You in it. You in it. You feel it. You see it. And you got to be crazy to believe anything outside of that. But that's the only thing. That's the only way it's going to work. There is a requirement from you. There's a requirement for you. So there's 24 hours out of the day. Dedicate 10% of your time in praise and worship and try to gain knowledge on his kingdom and who you are. Ask him, what can you do with what you have available, with what you have in front of you now? Learn to serve. What is drawing that wedge between you and God? What is it that you just can't let go? What is that thing? You need to think about that. Because that's one of the hardest things to do is to let go of that thing. Learn to let go. God loves you. He loves him some you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to pour this sweet honey, because you know it was good, of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God gonna do. Because I have no idea. But this I do know. Nothing you go through surprises God. Nothing you go through. There is nothing new under the sun. You will be healed only when you let go of what you had in mind. And you have to be open for what's available for you next. Okay? Listen, it's baby steps. One step at a time. One step at a time. And I want you to take this with you. This is what I need you to put in your mind, and I need you to replace this with that craziness, okay? Because it's going to come. It's probably happening now, okay? I need you to say this, y'all. Take this with you and apply this in your life. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Combat that with any negativity that floats around in your head, okay? I love my people. I love you guys. Now, y'all go out there and live a blessed life.